G'day, it's Guesty here. I've got my mate Jay at the front and we're chasing a few snapper on soft plastics this morning. Had quite an early start, beautiful day, and that is a snapper, but quite a small one, and he'll be certainly going back to grow a bit bigger hopefully. But a beautiful day, water's still pretty warm. As I said, a bit of an early start. Snapper are just one of the favourite not only table fish but sport fish right across Australia. And soft plastic, something I've been doing for a long time and really enjoy it. And the tackle and the braid, the lures that we have these days are just fantastic when it comes to chasing these fellas. And hopefully we're going to find a few bigger ones. I'll let this bloke go. Bite. Yeah, nice mate, that's the go. Well done, buddy. We might mark that spot, Jay. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I think so.
They go well, don't they, on that pot, on the braid, on the fire line, mate. You can feel every single head shake that's bouncing around there. Oh, Samson fish.
Oh,
beautiful.
Got a bit of a habit of capturing these little Samson fish, haven't we, eh?
Beautiful little Sambo. Look at that. Swing him over here, mate. We'll lift him up. Look at that. It's such a pretty fish. Beautiful, and they're super soft. They've got tiniest fine scales, so it's almost like a skin they've got. Really, really soft on the sides. Beautiful fish, I just love them. Yeah. Go you good thing. Go you good. Oh, nice. All the good head shakes there. Come on, buddy. Yeah, I don't know what this, if it's a snapper or not. Oh, love that sound. A bit of weight to him. I was just cruising along here. I'll stop there for a minute, turn that autopilot off, and just hit that spot lock button. So that'll hold us in the area, so Jay can have a cast just in case there's a school of fish here. And that braid, you just feel every head shake. That's a nice snapper coming up there now. Nice fish. Be up a couple of kilos worth, easy. And Jay might slide him into the net, do the job for me. Yeah! Woohoo! So go, brother.
Awesome.
Awesome. That's a nice fish, isn't it?
What we've been looking for.
Yeah. Let's have a look at him. Hold him up. Don't you jump around too much. Jeez, he's a heavy fish. Look how thick.
He's fat. He's definitely solid.
I'll just open that bail arm. There we go. Hold him up. Don't jump around, buddy. Look at that. Nice fish. Yeah, he's pretty heavy. He wouldn't be 3 kilos, but he's probably up around that 2.6, 2.7 kilos. Really nice quality fish, and you can see he's just pinned that plastic in the side of his jaw. Between 18 and 25 metres, bit of a ramp. So just that slow, sinking, fluttering action, and it's done the job. That's a nice snapper. And snapper, they're such a predator. You see with these big dorsal fins sticking up and those pectoral fins sticking out, and those fantastic blue dots. That one above his eye is just magnificent. I can see it in the sun. I hope you can see it at home there. But they've got a big long lateral line like a lot of fish, a lot of predators, and they're looking for vibrations. And the whole idea when that soft plastic sinking or you're twitching it up is to give it a bit of action, give it a bit of vibration, and this bloke will use his lateral line, hone in on it, and come and crash your soft plastic.
Just working him up there, mate.
Oh, we just pulled up to have a bit of lunch, so we've got our spot lock on. We're sitting on a bit of reef. It's in about 32 metres of water. There's a few marks down there, so we thought we'd feed down some lightly weighted plastics, and that looks like the bumping head of a snapper to me, mate.
Yeah, it is there, mate.
Yeah, here he comes. Look how clear that water is. Look at it.
This water's unbelievable out here today.
Coming up through the water column. You see, he's come up out of the depths, that fella. He is well hooked.
Woo!
Nice
awesome
fish. Mate, that's a beautiful looking snapper. And I'm sure there's plenty of people at home looking at that going, wow, I'd like to see that on the barbecue too.
Ooh,
and if you're going to eat a snapper, this is the size. And look, one thing I've found with soft plastic fishing, I was introduced a few years ago, and I must admit I probably had my fair share to do with promoting it and getting it happening. There's just a lot of people are catching very, very large snapper that probably never caught big snapper before because the technique is so effective. And for sure, if you want to eat a couple, this is definitely the size to eat, that sort of 1.5 kilo size, about 3 pound in the old scale. Yep. But let those big breeding females go, and
yeah, definitely.
Nice fish. I reckon if you want to be successful, you've got to have good electronics. So we've got our 10-inch sounder here, split screen, sounder on one side, GPS on the other, and it's all about those drift runs. So breeze has kicked in a bit here now, so we've got a northerly breeze. We want to drift down the length of the reef, so we'll drift down, look at the track we leave on the GPS, start the engine, and then go right around. So it's a big ridge reef. We want to go off the back of the reef, right around, back to the start of our drift, and then either pick the same line if you've been catching some good fish, or find another line and look for some new fish. But don't go roaring, don't go starting your outboard engine and powering up and disturbing other fishermen, and certainly the fish that you want to target as well. So electronics, you got to use them. Slide that up the Cooper and then back down and out. Make sure it sits nice and straight like that. And that's a classic bait fish presentation. So as it sinks down, it's got its tail wagging along. It has a really good sink rate because it's a long, slender bait. So it sinks nice and fast, which is a bit of an advantage when you're chasing snapper as well. It means you can fish a slightly lighter jig head. If you had a bulkier, bigger one, one of the bigger ones with a big curly tail, it's going to sink slower. Quite often you need a slightly heavier jig head to get it down and amongst the action. So there you go. Big long cast. Make sure you keep that soft plastic moving. If you don't get a bite down into that strike zone, don't keep it down right under the bait. Always rip it out. Another big long cast in, and the big fish tend to take them on the sink.
Whoa!
Oh, how good is that? That's insane. It's one of the benefits of being out here, Jay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh. Wow, just seen that. Well, there you go, a couple of quality snapper, and they grow much, much bigger than this, and I've caught them right up to sort of 10, 11 kilos on soft plastics. But anytime you're winding in quality fish like that, you're certainly having a good time